Second string backs in for Pitman. The ball dropped by Cressman. He picks it up and will lose a yard.
This is the point in which you wish they no longer had the official clock, that it broke down and they kept the time on the field for both teams. One to celebrate, the other one to get a chance to get in the locker room and get home. But this time can crawl for the losing team at this point.
Second down and 12 after the 2-yard loss. Neil Salmon in the game now in the backfield along with Dreisacre. Behind quarterback Cressman. And movement. They do call it. And
Clippers will turn it down.
Salmon with the carry.
Salmon on the carry.
Offense.
They should turn it down in any event.
Deliver motion.
Okay, we have motion on the offense, decline, third down.
So it'll be third down and 12 for the Panthers. Long day for Pitman, Mike, but they've really had a good season. They played some outstanding football. We saw them, of course, in their win over Clearview early in the season here under the lights, and they played really well that night. Weisburn, the fine sophomore, who's had about 800 rushing yards in the season, of course not playing today because of the injury he suffered in the Pensgrove game, but they really had a pretty good season.
I was disappointed, of course, because as you perhaps don't know, I coached that young man's father back in high school, Larry Weisburn. There's a clip, and they got away with it.
Penalty marker is down now, and Cressman overthrows the receiver. So this penalty in all likelihood also will be declined, and Pitman will have to punt the football.
The clip in the backfield, you'll see that one. I'm not sure if that's the penalty that gets called or not, as Cressman will move to his right side. Watch 46, I believe, gets clipped. Bang. You think that's a clip, Bob? I do.
Fairly obvious.
Mm-hmm. The flag is really late. It comes flying right there, as you can see. They called it.
We got a clip on the offense, decline, fourth down.
So Pitman will have to punt it away. 9:45 to go on this Thanksgiving Day at Pitman High, and big day for Clayton High School football.
Tell you how big a crowd is here, Bob. The entire media contingent spent 7 minutes at halftime trying to pool their collective genius to figure out if it was 35, 37, or 3,900 people.
Beauregard. Boy, not a good punt by Beauregard.
7 yards net.
One of the good punters in the area. We're going to take time out from Pitman High. All Clayton, they lead it 40-7.
The Sports Outlet is your gift store this year. Jackets by Starter, team parkas, and one of the area's largest selection of pro and college team tees, sweats, and hats. Or create your own. The Sports Outlet will put your own design on your jackets and sweats. From the field to the home, the Sports Outlet lets you show your true colors. The Sports Outlet, 330 Black Horse Pike in Glendora.
Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Call Brett Harris Car Care and Tire before it's too late.
Let's go.
Yeah, he killed me.
Bob Shryock and Mike Lindner at Pitman High. 40-7 Clayton leading. Marshall with the carry. Cutting it back inside on his feet. One man to beat. He's going to go again. Marshall is going to go again. A touchdown run this time of 43 yards. His fourth touchdown of the second half. And Mike, in the second half alone, Marshall is close to 200 rushing yards. It is now 46-7, and the route is on. Wow.
I'm not sure that any of the Pitman players had any appetite at all that time for Rob Marshall, and I think that should be enough at this point. for Marshall and Crab. We'll see if Barron does some substituting after this one, but got to be awfully tough. If you go back through the years and the scores, there are an awful lot of years where the total went over 50-some for Pitman during the dry time for the Clippers.
Trips right on the two-point conversion try, 46-7, 9:25 to go. So Clayton might be thinking about 50. Cressman over the middle.
It
and
is.
a good catch by Marshall. He had to reach back for the football, but he catches. Oh, this is going to be a penalty, I think, against Marshall, Mike. I think a little bit of taunting here, maybe. I don't know which way it's going to go, but the conversion try is good. It's 48-7, and Marshall, Mike, in the second half has scored 26 points by himself.
Not a bad day.
We get a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, to be assessed on the kickoff.
So the 2 points will count.
Marshall kind of flipped the ball at the Pitman player, Mike. I think that's what they call him for. Here's the fourth Marshall touchdown of the half.
Now watch, a couple of players just say, all right, Rob. Rob finds the opening here. He said, whoops, missed him there. Whoops, missed him there. Whoops, can't catch him there. So two maybe with a shot, and the last player just unable to get to him.
Yeah, he's playing at a different level in this half.
Yeah.
48-7, 9:25 to go. And remember, this football game, Mike, with 19 seconds to go in the first half, the score of this football game was 12-7. And then that third touchdown pass was the backbreaker. That was the absolute backbreaker to Hess on that incredible solo effort by Hess. And in the second half, Clayton has outscored Pitman 30-0. The penalty assessed against Clayton on the kickoff, and broken ball kicking off from his own 25-yard line. Not a bad kickoff. Taken at the 38-yard line by Sharpnack. Sharpnack gets it into Clayton territory. I think we're going to see a little bit of frustration here, Mike.
That usually happens.
Yeah, I mean, in a game this one-sided, 48-7, I think the officials are going to have to be real careful to make sure that this situation stays under control. 7 touchdowns by Clayton scored by 2 players. 3 by Hess, 4 by Marshall. Well, I'm impressed. I'm convinced, Mike. I haven't seen him play this year. I know you have, and I know we did one other game on Channel 5, but I am very impressed.
And when you figure that in this record it includes a tie with Williamstown of 35-35 in a game that, I'll tell you what, I've seen the game films that Williamstown's last touchdown and last 2-point conversion that tied it. No way, maybe the worst calls that I've seen in a number of years, where the young man in neither case was anywhere near being over, and they were credited with both the touchdown and the 2-pointer, or they'd have even another one, and they would match that win total, the season of 59-6-2. Of course, they wouldn't have the tie then, so they'd be 6-3, so it wouldn't be quite the same.
Youngsters enjoying the traditional Thanksgiving Day football game at Pitman High, but those are Pitman fans not enjoying the score. 8:10 to play, clock running, another miscommunication on the snap. The handoff to Salmon. He gets some pretty good yards. A lot of substitutes on both teams in the football game now, getting their chance to play. They're going to, of course, remember playing on Thanksgiving Day in this long-running traditional rivalry, Pitman and Clayton. 3rd down and 7, the ball at the 44-yard line. I'd like to see Pitman get one, Mike, just to get them mentally back in the game a little bit.
Yeah, you'd love to see it, particularly for their seniors.
Drysdale with the carry, not a whole lot doing here.
Can't lose sight of the fact that this is the final game at high school level for every senior out there. Neither one of these teams in the playoffs. Clayton and Pitman both flirted with that possibility. Good job done by both bands here today. This is the Pitman contingent.
Hit a little number from Phantom of the Opera at halftime that was outstanding, Mike. 4th down and 6. Cressman still in at quarterback. Senior playing his final game. Cressman to throw, getting a big rush from the opposite side and fires it out of bounds. Clayton will take over.
Now we'll see who is in the ball game, whether or not Marshall gets another shot. I have a feeling he will not. Let's see if we're right or wrong.
I do not see number 32 out there.
Not yet. Anyuwu comes in, number 48, I believe, in his place.
6 minutes, 52 seconds to go in the football game. Clayton starting from its 43-yard line.
New quarterback. No idea who it is.
That is Steve Puglia.
Oh, Steve Puglia, famous
Neighbor
name,
yours,
huh?
right?
Yeah. How many Puglias, Clayton?
And a big carry of
Anyuwu.
9 yards by Anyuwu into Pitman territory. At the 48-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Clippers. 6:35 to go. And both teams with a lot of underclassmen in the football game now. So Marshall apparently done for the day, and what a second half he had. 4 touchdowns. And there's DeFrance, who had a magnificent ball game, 3 touchdown passes in the first half. Puglia with the handoff, and the carry by Sean Gannon, number 33. He'll have the first down. It's Thanksgiving Day. Everybody getting ready to leave here and go home and eat some turkey and ham and candied yams, stuffing and mashed potatoes, and more pounds for us, Mike.
I didn't hear that comment.
Ball at the 46-yard line, 1st down and 10. Havlo with the carry. Havlo pulled out of bounds.
Havlo on the carry.
It'll be 2nd down coming up for the Clippers. 5:36 to go. Big
Well,
second half by the Clippers. 30-0 over Pitman here in the second half.
DeFrance, Hess, Marshall, and Coach Barron have the boat out of dry dock after how many years? New nickname they've adopted,
The
maybe
Boat.
to get rid of the problems of the past, calling themselves the Boat now instead of the Clippers.
2nd down and 9. Straight ahead. And a big carry, and running hard with the football is Caesar Sims. Well, looks like they got some subs that can carry the ball too, Mike.
And subs with speed. Not only do they have the starters that can motor real well, but they've got the speed in the backfield with the 2nd and 3rd group.
He advanced to the 37-yard line, 3rd down and 1, and this second unit offensively for Clayton moving the ball quite well. Clock running, 5:05 to go.
Look at this.
Bootleg run by Puglia, and Puglia is
Late
pulled
hit.
down.
Late hit, got away with it.
Puglia has the first down.
Good play there, wasn't it?
Not a
And,
bad bootleg at all.
What I liked besides the bootleg was Puglia putting that ball up in the air when he saw a defender closing on him to fake the pass, and that was just enough hesitancy on the defender to give Puglia the first down.
Ball at the 30-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Clippers, and the only remaining question in this game is, can Pitman hold Clayton under 50?
Some of them look totally confused. It's been how long since they've played, and Puglia doing a great job directing traffic before the snap.
Quick pitch. Havlo trying to get to the corner. He won't do it. Pulled down. Good pursuit.
All right, watch quarterback Puglia here. He's got the bootleg. Now he has to freeze the defender. Let's do it with the fake pass. Bang! He holds him just an instant, and that gets him enough yardage for the first down. Heady play by the youngster.
Ball at the 31-yard line. Loss of about a yard. 2nd down and 11. Clock stop, 4:22 to go. Channel 5 delighted to be doing, I guess this is the first time we've done Pitman Clayton on
That's
Thanksgiving,
correct.
is it?
Uh-huh. Look at this, reverse.
Reverse. And
Stickleman on the carry.
good play made by number 92, Jim Setlin for Pitman.
Good to see Stickleman getting a chance to run the ball. He's a senior. It's really hung tough with the program.
3rd down and 12 with 3:55 left. Well, they run out of the wishbone this time. Look at that
Penalty.
huge hole. And an opportunity for another touchdown running into the
Penalty.
end zone is Sims, but a penalty marker is down, and Sims with a big touchdown run. However, this one may come back.
It will come back.
Boy, he rather impressive
Yep.
too, Mike Sims.
Here's the call. Procedure call against the Clippers.
So this touchdown will be called back. Sims ran it in from the 32-yard line, but
Sims-
the touchdown called back.
Sims looks like he could play for most of the teams we covered this year, couldn't he? Real good speed.
look at this
Finds the
hole.
hole.
That is
Excellent
a
job.
hole.
Yeah, what a job on the block there by Nicky Bompensa, another name from the past.
Offense, 6 men on the line, repeat that.
So
Stan
we've got
Ritter
a
is
Puya out
suggesting
there.
that even I
Yeah.
could run through that hole, huh?
We've got a Puya out there. We've got a Bompensa out there. These are all relatives of the people that you've heard over the years in the Clayton lineup. That was a great block by 64 Bompensa.
3rd down and 18, ball at the 37. They run the same play, but nothing this time. Pittman shutting it down. Joe Shoemaker with a good play in the middle. It'll be 4th down for the Clippers. So Sims this time only gets 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and 15. 3:20 to go on Thanksgiving Day at Davis Field in Pittman. Some memories when I came here today, Mike. Roy Bloomingdale, the longtime AD and coach here at Pittman, of course, taking tickets below us here at the press box. I saw Bob Shoemaker, the former mayor of Pittman, his grandson, Joe Shoemaker, in this football game today. Reverse is read well this time by Brian Cressman. And Pittman will take over in downs. 2 minutes, 48 seconds to go. 48-7, Clayton. Mike, I guess one of the things you have to look at in this football game today, DeFrance, Hess, and Marshall, who have accounted for all 48 points, are all juniors.
Yeah, that has to make Coach Barron pretty happy, doesn't it?
Not bad. Those are the numbers. Clock running, 2:27, 2:26. 48-7, Clayton.
Whoops. No penalty flag. I think they were ready to go home for the turkey.
Gain of a couple.
In all those years since '59, Bob, one other chance where they went 4-4-1 under Coach Clark, one of the many coaches that have been on the Clayton scene. The only other real chance they had at a winning season.
That number 35, incidentally, is Conley. Dreisacre is number 40. They switched jersey. John Conley, number 35, on that carry for 4 yards. Cressman going deep. And
Interference.
it's an interference call, and
Sure.
that's a good one. The intended receiver was Mark Miller, and a clear interference call there that will get Pittman a 1st down.
Castrava will be whistled for it, number 82.
We have interference on the way.
Minute
15
37
yards.
left.
15 yards from the line of scrimmage. Watch Scott Castrava, number 82, for Clayton, just to decide, well, I can't knock it down, so at least I'll try and knock it away from him, but it does it a little too early.
The penalty to the 43-yard line of Clayton, and Pittman would just like to get one more in the end zone here. Sharpnack's 11-yard touchdown run late in the 2nd quarter, and then Sharpnack's extra point kick, the only 7 points for Pittman, but then that back-breaking long touchdown pass, DeFrance to Hess, came right after Cressman. Pulled down from behind, nice defensive play by Stickelman.
One of the most interesting sights right now, Bob, as we look around, are the number of people who are beginning to exit the field, all from the Pittman side. You go over to the Clayton stands. How many years has it been since you've seen at the conclusion of a ball game? I don't think anyone from the Clayton community have left at all, have they?
Well, there's a guy in the 3rd row, I think, Mike, over there that left about 2 minutes ago.
Well, that's a Pittman guy who married a Clayton girl.
Minute 8 to go. We want to thank All the coaches, Jim Barron and Bob Reddick, for their tremendous cooperation. There's Jim Barron with the information that he got us today. Wayne Marshall, the athletic director at Pitman High, always very, very cooperative. And Mike, we also want to wish all of our viewers out there a very, very happy Thanksgiving.
And hope that they can join us next time for the outstanding playoff game between Maple Shade and Woodbury.
That will be on next Monday and Wednesday. Jack Betterly is the head football coach at Maple Shade High. And that's another guy that you know, Mike.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
You are so connected in the
correct.
world of football. Now, how do you know Jack Betterly?
Well, Jack Betterly was a young, wide-eyed college graduate who wandered into the community of Clayton when I was the head coach there, looking for a
He wanted
coaching.
your job is what he wanted.
Well, he could have had it, I think, anytime he wanted it, but gave him an opportunity. And the line coach there, Joe Burdosh, who's also the AD, is also one of my former assistants.
2nd down and 4. Dreisiaker with the carry. Should have the first down. Minute 3 to go.
Well, a
Restart the
couple of
clock.
personal notes. This is going to cost some money for the community of Clayton. I have a feeling I'll be asked to cast a vote at a next Board of Education meeting for jackets.
Cressman getting a big rush. Boy, he is drilled, but gets it off and makes a completion to Somerville. Boy, that is a great job, Mike, by Cressman, because he was pinched on that tackle. Stickelman, who's played a big game defensively with part of the tackle. Also, Willie Payne, I believe, in on the play, but he was really wrapped and still got off a great completed pass. The advance to the 19-yard line. 47 seconds to go in the football game, and Pitman trying to get one into the end zone. Cressman has quarterbacked all the way, taking some punishment today too, but he's hung in there tough. Cressman dumps it off. Conley with the catch, with the carry, still battling. Great job by Conley staying on his feet. Really showed second effort on that play. 35 seconds to go.
And they want to score. They're going to call the timeout.
Don't blame him. The ball at the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Bob Reddick, the head coach at Pitman, into the huddle. They want to figure out what play they want to run here.
Well, who is this guy running out on the field for Clayton into the huddle? There's a legend.
Joe Hartman?
Joe Hartman coming out to the defensive side. I don't know if we can get a shot of him or not, but here's a guy that is connected to Barron through baseball days in the Clayton defensive huddle now. So we take a look at a happy band on the far
Celebration
side.
beginning.
But Hartman came along and decided to help out. And he's now retired, but coaching the freshman JVs at Clayton has done a great job.
And he loves it, Mike. I was talking to him before the game.
There he is. And hey, look at him. This is his group out there. This is the group he's worked with all year long.
Last time we saw him was in the dugout at Veterans Stadium,
That's
right?
correct.
Carpenter Cup.
Yep.
And Bob Reddy can hold his head up. He's done a fine job with this Pitman program. This was not Pitman's day. 2nd down and 4. The ball at the 13. Conley, big hole. And he'll have the first down to about the 7. That is a first down for the Panthers. 27 seconds to go. And they'll line up quickly without a huddle. Or will they? They better get up to the line of scrimmage, Mike.
Well, they can't wander around waiting to hear the play. They call the timeout finally, so that'll have to do it. Well, I'll tell you what, Bob, you look around this field today, you look at the crowd that assembled here, you sense the emotion that was felt, particularly on the far side from where we are, and you have to ask yourself, how in the world can the state vote the way they did to do away with the traditional Thanksgiving Day rivalry?
Amen to that, Mike. And I tell you what, I think they're going to reverse it the next time they take a vote in another year.
Well, I don't know. That North Jersey powerhouse. The one compromise I liked was to let them decide to run the South Jersey sectionals. You don't advance beyond South Jersey. Let each section decide how they want to play it, because clearly it was a North Jersey against South Jersey vote. But I don't know how you could ever be at a location like this today on a gorgeous day, and I tell you what, the crowd would have been just as big, I believe, no matter what the conditions were, and sense the emotion and say, let's do away with this experience.
Well, there's a lot of There are a lot of people who are opposed to it. Mike John Oberg of Delsey among those leading the charge. He is totally outspoken about it. John is not a guy who really is speaks his mind on that kind of an issue, but he really is hot against that. Ball it to 7, first down and goal. Penalty marker down.
Look who's running the ball. Thurston, is it?
And that's number 56, Thurston.
Yeah, the guard.
He almost got into the end zone.
Giving the guard a chance to run the football.
When's the last time you saw a number 56 carry the ball from scrimmage?
Penalty flag on the play.
About when I saw the single wing at the high school level last time. That
Which
we
was,
saw
which was about a half an hour ago.
Well, you know, I mean, before that one.
Penalty against the Panthers. Illegal procedure.
Love those single wing days.
We have an illegal procedure offense, numbering situation, repeat down.
I think the most devastating high school offense I ever saw, Mike, when I worked in Binghamton, New York, was run by Vestal High School. They ran what was called a short punt formation, which was basically a single wing formation, and they were unstoppable. This was in the early 1960s.
And they also then got to go to that great steakhouse up there, the Vestal Parkway Steakhouse you sent me to. Only cost me $29 for a steak.
But it was 8 ounces, right?
Yeah, probably at the most.
First down and goal. Another penalty marker down, and
Be against Clayton.
we are having this is
Mike Smith jumped off sides, a sophomore, number 73.
a long last minute.
Throw the ball and get the touchdown. End on a high note.
Okay. We got a dead ball, encroachment on the defense. Repeat first down.
George has got a lot of TV time today, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
He'll be calling me up asking for a tape.
First down, goal to go. Ball on the Clipper 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9-yard line with a first down and goal, 21 seconds to go. Cressman. It's tipped. It's caught.
Touchdown. Is he in?
No.
Penalty
Penalty
flag.
marker down. Boy, penalties on every play now. Another tip pass that is caught by Sharpneck. Sharpneck gets it down to about the 3, but there's a penalty marker down.
And it may be a roughing. A clip against Pitman. Is that a killer or what?
Wow.
To close out this way. The last man, it was after the play was down, and a guy came running across the, we'll let his number not be called right here, but threw a clip of an attempt at a block that wasn't even necessary.
We got a clip on the offense, repeat first down.
15-yard penalty against the Panthers.
And they'll wind the clock and start it.
Yeah,
because,
Pittman's not going to get a playoff. 5 seconds to go. They will not get this play off. And that's going to do it. Clayton High School with his first winning football season since 1959 and a share of the Tri-County Conference Classic Division title. Awesome performance today by DeFrance, by Hess, and by Marshall, by the entire defense, the offensive line, everybody contributing. And Jim Barron loving every minute of it. The celebration starts for Clayton.
There he is, the happy guy, huh? What relief. If he knew how many coaches he's carried on his shoulders this year that have gone through the program at Clayton and suffered a number of negative years, and he's done it for them all right here. He's lifted the monkey off the back. The ghost has been exorcised. We'll be back with some final words after this.
About 31 years of frustration end for Clayton High School in football today, and it ends in a very big way. Clayton with a resounding 48-7 victory. Coach Jim Barron, congratulations to you and your staff, your players, in a great season, but what a performance today. You put it all together, Jim.
Yeah, I was really surprised with the way the score turned out. The Pitman's a good team, and I was just happy the way it turned out.
Actually, they outplayed you, I thought, in the first quarter. You were not able to move the ball well. They were keying on Marshall, and you really didn't get it going to the second quarter, but obviously you saw that you could throw the football on them.
Yeah, so I was hoping our speed would compensate for what their size. Pitman, like you said, Pitman did an excellent job the first half. They shut us down. We were a little frustrated until we started to open up a little bit, then we were okay.
Of course, DeFrance hits Hess twice in the second quarter. They come back with a nice drive. They kick the extra point to get it to 12-7. The backbreaker of the ball game, as far as Pitman was concerned, was the one you get just before halftime. Tell us about that play.
Okay, it was supposed to be a trip where 3 people go one way, Joe Hess goes the opposite, I didn't get as far as you're supposed to, but it turned out great.
You got to see that on replay, and I'm sure you will, Jim. This is one of the most unbelievable catches you'll ever see by a high school football player. And then what he does with the ball after he catches it is just as impressive.
Yeah, Joe's got real good hands, and he smells the goal line any place on the field. He's real tough, good ball player.
Marshall didn't get much yardage in the first half, but it was all Marshall in the